Hello everybody. Hello everybody. I'm hoping that I have a decent angle for you because I'll be working on this gigantic thing. Okay. Hopefully everything is working. Good morning. Good morning everybody who is here. Okay. Welcome to the live stream. All right, I'm a little nervous about today because I am using an electronic device that creates static electricity, and I have all these electric things around. So everyone cross your fingers and toes that I don't short out anything or anything happens. And that I don't shock myself. That's the goal for today. Yay! You can hear me and see me. That is fantastic. That is always the first goal in a live stream, is that everything is working. Good morning, good morning. I will be watching while working and puppy sitting. Puppies are a lot of work. They are. That is very true. I'm going to catch a bit, but heading out to eat with my hubs. I hope you have a wonderful meal. Hello from Berlin in Germany. Hello. Yes, I will try my best not to shock myself. If this is your first live stream, let me know. I always like trying to see whose first live stream it is. And of course, as always, thank you to everyone who keeps coming back to the live streams. I appreciate you all so much. Looks like the Fairfield got beamed up. It's back here, and I need as much space as possible to make sure that I don't mess up this static grass thing. So it's back there. The static grass thing is back there. All my supplies are over here because I just want a bunch of space. Hi from Norway. It's Norwegian Constitution Day. I was just going to start playing Tears of the Kingdom, but I guess I'll be watching you and eating ice cream. I have been playing Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm really enjoying it. The only thing is, I have a really hard time with my right and my left, and I do believe it's because I am on the dyslexic spectrum just a little bit, which I did not realize, but part of that is having a hard time with right and the left. And so this is going to be really boring for those of you who aren't playing Tears of the Kingdom. But there's a lot of like hitting R and L, like the right and left buttons, and I get so messed up and it just frustrates me a lot when you're having to like turn those things around. But yeah, anyway, I am enjoying it other than that. Welcome. I stopped eating my very late dinner for this. Aw, well, thank you. You can eat while you watch, for sure. First live stream for Lacey in Boise, Idaho. Welcome, welcome. First time for Candy. Hi, Candy. All right, so first live stream for Nicole and 1000 Scarves and Linda. Thank y'all for coming. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started so I can kind of get past the nervousness part. And I'm going to show you the device that we will be using. I look like way too bright on my camera thing, but on the TV it looks okay. So we're just going to go with it. So this is the Static Applicator, and it's not plugged in or anything yet, so I'm just going to show you all the parts before I plug it in. So there's like a power button to turn it off and on, and this is where the plug goes. And then this button right here, this red button, is what creates the static charge. So this is the little cup where the grass goes, and I have all the grass over here. They're like little grass fibers, and that gets put into this plastic cup. But the plastic cup has it looks like a little metal spring in it, and that touches this metal grid. So the one that I purchased, which I did not put in the description box, but I will try to find for you after this live is over, has like different size grids. So depending on the size of the material you're trying to apply to the surface, you can pick which one. Because this is a half scale house, I'm using some pretty short grass, and so I'm using the smallest grid, so that once I turn this upside down, it doesn't just like all fall out in clumps. Hopefully it will come out in fine little wisps of grass. So, as I understand, what you do is you take some water-based glue. Here, I'm going to move this out of the way. You take some water-based glue, and that's very important that it is water-based because we're making like an electrical charge circuit. I don't know if it's called a circuit, but I'll try to explain it to the best of my understanding. But we need water-based glue, and so I'm just going to put that all over where I want the grass to be. And you need a metal pin. I'm using a T-pin, like so. You stick that in the wet glue. You take the little metal clamp that onto the pin that's stuck in the glue, and then there's like an electrical charge that has the electrons jumping from the glue to this metal piece right here, and that causes the grass to stand up on end. So instead of having to place each individual little piece of grass so that it stands up, the science makes it stand up. So that is the basic idea behind it. I am going to give a few safety warnings. I am using this for the first time. There's lots of other people out there who have used this a lot more than I have. And so if you want a professional showing you how to use this, definitely search out them. But there are electrical hazard warnings all over this. It says, warning, use at your own risk. I know it's kind of hard to see this, but all over it says, warning, use at your own risk. It tells you to make sure it's clear of metal. The only thing that's even remotely close to metal is this little dangly thing here. So I'm just going to throw that up into the tree house. Nothing else is metal. I took off my ring so I don't accidentally mess up there. The only thing that should be left that is metal, that is close to this, will be the T-pin. So that is the introduction to to this. So brave of you to do this live. Well, I figured, you know, I've done a few things for the first time live, and many times there have been people in the comments who have been very helpful, just giving me reminders of, hey, remember, don't set that down like that to keep me safe. Or people who have done this before who have really great tips on how to do it better than that. So sometimes it's better to do it live for me because I end up learning from people in the comments. All right, so let me show you. I made a little rock path that goes up to the front step, and we had kind of talked about this last time. If you follow my Instagram or Facebook, there's a better close-up view of it. All these little stone pieces are little bits of foam board. So I just took some foam board and I removed the paper from the front and the back. And I had to do this last night because it wouldn't have had time to dry and us also do the grass. So I was like, I know y'all like to see everything, but I figured I could just explain it really quickly. So then I wanted to make the edges uneven because, you know, we just have like a basic rectangle. So cutting away from my hand, I just kind of cut off some of the edges, made it interesting shapes, but mostly just like a big flat stone. Then I could glue it down, and then I covered it with, I used a embossing tool, and it's just one of those tools that has like a little round circle on the end of it, and made what looked like little cracks and dimples into the foam. Then I covered everything with some black Mod Podge, and then I dry brushed it with some gray. So that was the super super simple. I mean, it took a little bit of time, but a pretty simple process to getting a stone path. And I'm really excited to get grass all along the sides of it. Oh, take off my earrings. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay. I'm just so used to getting ready. And I don't really know how far the electrical charge reaches, but safety first. I think I also have a necklace on. There we go. Yes, I am wearing rubber shoes. So I am good. And my floor is rubber, actually. Well, it's some kind of plastic. So, hair clips. Okay. Y'all can't make fun of my hair then if I'm taking my hair. Actually, my glasses have some metal in it, but I'm going to keep my glasses on. I think it'll be okay up here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I did take my necklace off so it doesn't kind of hang down. Okay. All right. I think we'll be okay. We'll be all right, I hope. Okay. So my plan is to put glue all along the side here, and well, we might do a smaller patch. Let's do a smaller patch on the other side just to get started. Now, one of the issues is the fact that I already attached this tree house, which could make things a little difficult to get the tool in there, but there's no metal. Yeah, there's no metal in there except for that little piece that I pushed off to the side. And really, I think you just don't want to touch the metal. You just won't want any dangly bits that could accidentally touch the metal. So probably anything that's like stuck down might be okay, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so now I'm gonna get the plug. Just so we have that set up. I'm not gonna plug it in yet. And actually, every time I'm done using it, I'm going to unplug it so that I just know that there's nothing going. I don't know how far it reaches, but it gave me a fun zap that time I told you about. Okay, I'll take my hair clips out. I really don't want to be zapped today, but I need my glasses. I need my glasses or I'll have a headache by the time we're done. Okay. All right, just make sure my hair behaves. Stay there. Okay. All right. So the first thing I want to do is mix up the grass. So I went online and I was just looking for dead grass because this is a project. If you're new to this project, the Fairfield, their residents it's a skeleton family. So dead grass seemed like the way to go. So this is some 2 millimeter long dead grass. I did not realize it was going to be in such a small package, but it did say it would cover 3 square feet. No. I don't remember what it said it would cover, but I was like, I think there's not that much space here. But then I forgot that when I ordered this, I think I ordered like a package deal and it came with some grass. So this is like some very this is more of a, like a light tan color or something like that. So I want to mix these together so they have a little bit of a different color. Earlier I saw someone ask how much these are, and I think that for the bundle, I purchased a bundle that came with this and this. I asked for it for Christmas, but I remember looking at the price and I'm thinking it was between $60 to $80. But I have had this for a long time, so I don't know if the price has gone up. I don't know if you can find just this without the bundle. So you'll just kind of have to look around. I will link one after this video goes up. So in case you wanted to see, if you just wanted a link straight there, and then you could start doing your own research, then you can. So anyway, the reason I invested in this was because I'm going to have to put grass all over the Beetlejuice house. So I didn't buy it just for this. I know that, the Beetlejuice house is like up on this iconic grassy hill, and I have to put a ton of green grass all over the place. And I was like, it's going to be worth it to invest in that thing just for that. And it can be reused and reused. You just have to buy other grass fibers once you run out. So I am going to mix these together, and I have no idea how much to mix. I just got here. I feel like I walked into you getting ready for battle. Well, we shall see. If you watched my last video, me and electricity have not been friends recently. So it totally took out my fairy lights and my captain's quarters project. But, you know, y'all are here with me, so we will do this together. So I'm going to put in a little bit of the light tan, and then I'm going to put, and this is a 4mm, so it's a little bit longer. It's like twice as long as this little one. So I don't know if this is going to look good, but I don't know. We'll see. You've already sparked my interest. I'm very interested in this too. I've seen a lot of tabletop gamers use one of these, and they always have the coolest terrain. And so, you know, I know there's a lot of people who have used this before, and I know that it can be successful. I think I would call it a healthy nervousness around tools, because I do think if you get a little bit too used to a tool, or you're not nervous about a tool at all, you could actually get yourself in trouble. So I think you should always have a little bit of a healthy nervousness around some tools, just to try and, you know, keep your guard up. Keep your guard up and make sure you respect your tools is what I'm trying to say. Okay. That just kind of mixed in. So I think I'm going to add a little bit more of the brown. How do you feel about the idea of the Beetlejuice 2 movie? I am hopeful but hesitant. I don't know. A lot of times sequels are not great, as we all know. But it's been so many years. I don't know. Does amount of time between sequels actually make a difference? Because I feel like when they make a movie and it's great, and then they just start making sequels like year after year, like right after it, that's when they get really bad, because they don't have enough time to really soak it in and figure out, okay, why was this one a success? Maybe that'll make it better. I'm not sure. I don't know. All right, yeah, I do know Michael Keaton is in it, and that would be key for me, is Michael Keaton has to be Beetlejuice. Nobody else can be Beetlejuice. If it was anybody else, it'd be like, I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, so, now here's the tricky part. What do I do first? Okay, I'm not going to plug it in first. I think plugging it in is going to be the last thing that I do. I got some Elmer's glue, which has a water content, has water base, and it's the most spreadable. I feel like it spreads out the best. And I put it in one of these glue bottles because as a former elementary art teacher, I know how well this bottle can make a glue puddle really quickly. And I don't want time for the glue to dry. So I think I'm going to do a spot over here. Now for a little bit, it might be hard for you to see what I'm doing. But I'll kind of narrate and then I'll show you afterwards. And of course you'll see me like messing with the machine. There's not maybe I can do one back here. Trying to make sure I'm on camera. As a kid, I was shocked by some Christmas lights, and that's how I learned they could only be used in Christmas. I love those lights. Yeah, shocks are nothing to mess with. Oh, it did say, I saw Renee said that a pacemaker, it says people with pacemakers, heart conditions, or implanted medical devices should not operate this equipment. So if you were thinking about getting one of these and that applies to you, maybe see if there's someone else who can operate it for you, but it does say in there that it's not suggested. for you. So be very careful. All right, so we're just gonna go for it. We're on the back of the project, so I can always rip it off. I did the paint process first because once you put the glue down, that kind of seals in whatever's underneath it. So I'm just gonna do a small patch, and this will be our first test patch. Might as well test it straight on the project, you know, like normal, just go for it. All right, so I'm not gonna put very much grass in there because I don't know how fast it's gonna dump it out. I need my metal pin. So I'm gonna use a T-pin and stick that. It has to be stuck in the glue so that it will create the pathway for the electrons. I don't know if I'm saying the science correctly. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit of my mixture in this part. I feel like I'm on a cooking show. It feels a little cooking show today. First I'm mixing this, then I'm gonna put it into the machine. All right, I'm just putting a little bit. So I really don't know. Probably get some paper. Let me grab some paper real quick because I don't want to, like, especially since I have these edges, I don't want to lose a ton of grass everywhere. Kind of like glitter where you use a paper to pick up the leftover. So hold on. Okay. All right, we're about to do our first experiment. I think the toner got mad. My goodness. Okay. Alrighty. So now this is not plugged in. I'm going to attach the metal thing. Oh, okay. Hold this upright so I don't get it all over the floor. This is multitasking. I'm not the best at multitasking when electricity is involved, especially. All right. Everyone, we're going for it. I'm gonna plug this in. Grassing with Ara, today's recipe, dead grass olive brown static. He knew how to be brown. All right. Are you on? I don't know if it's on. Oh, it's on. Okay, so the light doesn't come on until I press it. So this button is what causes the static to happen. Yeah, I don't know how close I can get to that clip, so we're just gonna do it. If the lights and the microphone and anything goes out, you know what happened. Okay. I hear some little clicks. I'm scared to get close to that pin. Oh, yep. I'm scared to get close to the pin. It didn't shock me. It just popped because I was getting close. So I think the key is going to be making a glue line away from where the thing is going. Okay. First lesson done. You got this, Ara. Thank you, Jen. Nerdforge does this a lot. Yeah. She is very brave. Is it Martina? Martina's very brave. Okay. Lesson learned. We got it. Make a path so that the pin is further away. But other than that, I think it was successful. It's kind of standing up. It's more all over the table. Okay, so sorry if I scared anybody. I knew there was going to be at least one pop, and I am just a very jumpy, jumpy person. So, okay. We made something. And we learned something. All right, I think we're going to move on. We're just going to let that dry over there and move on. Okay. I don't think anybody else added the jump and scream into their videos as far as I can remember. Okay. Now, oh, let me show you. I gotta remember to show you because you can't see what I'm looking at. It's kind of hard to tell. It is standing up a little bit, but I couldn't get that close to it because I knew that the pin was too close. So that's why it's good to do a little testaroo back there. And now we can move up here and do it better, hopefully. The spark had me. Sorry everybody. Oh, Bole hobby time. Yes, I think they do it too. Martina is the only person to lose a finger, then create her own prosthetic. Yeah, that was a cool episode. Okay. It also keeps the pin from standing straight up. Oh, that's a good idea. I guess I don't have to put it straight up and down. All right, so I am going to, I think I'm going to work on this side. And see, I don't want grass everywhere. Let me show you what else I have. I have this moss from the dollar store, which I think I'm going to put in quite a few places, like a vine had overgrown and died. And then I also have this stuff. It's just called Dry Vines, Dead Foliage. I had used this on my abandoned car lot project that I did a while ago, and I still have so much left. So I have that as well. And then I just have some random bits. And I don't mind some of the brown ground, it's hard to say that, the brown ground showing through either. So grass does not have to completely cover this whole thing, but I do want it kind of growing along the sides of the path, and then, you know, maybe a little bit around the tree. I imagine around the tree would probably be pretty muddy, so. You can spread the glue thinner as well. Okay, we'll do that. As my fella says before he does a risky thing, okay, you dial 9-1 and then stand by for the other one if needed. Well, I think that's a great way. That's a great way to be prepared. Okay, we will make it a little bit thinner. We'll make a trail for the electricity to follow so that the pin is not so near to me. And we're going to go for trial number 2. Hopefully no popping or screaming. That's our goal. No popping or screaming this time. I did get, I know this is metal, but it won't be around while I'm working on this. I did get this little, I think these are called like acid brushes, to just kind of spread the glue out. So that'll make it thinner for sure. And I want it to go in between these rocks here. All right, so I'm gonna make my little glue pathway. You go over there. We don't want the pin next to us. So I don't know if you can tell, but I'm making the pin go over there. So it's further away from me this time, further away from the project. And I'm gonna spread out the glue to make it a little thinner and make sure I've got every area covered that I want covered. I do think some of the grass fell into the glue and there was a lot of it, so it just kind of stuck sideways and there wasn't enough, I couldn't get close enough for the static to pull it up. So we will go for it. All right, So this is a bigger area. We'll just see how it goes. Okay. I'm not even going to put grass over there. That's just my pathway for the pin. All right. Here we go. Hold the pin in one hand and the applicator in the other, then just touch it down as you're moving around instead of leaving it in. I can hold the pin? That sounds scary. Are you sure? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna do as it showed in the instructions, just because I'm nervous about electricity. Okay, so I've got the pin in, I've got the glue down. I'm gonna add some more grass this time. Looks like a little hay bale falling apart in here. Okay. Put this back on. Thank you for a shocking video. It's shocking to me too. All right, so now that's out of the way a little bit better. Let me figure out how I'm gonna hold this. Okay, so now I'm gonna plug it back in. Oh, no, don't touch it with your bare hand. Hold it with pliers, rubber coated. Ah, I see. Okay. That makes me nervous. I'm gonna do it the way that the instructions say, but I'm bet you there's more coordinated, talented people who have success with that. Okay, so here we go. Oh, that's working much better because I can be closer to it and I'm not so scared of the pin. Whoop. It is making noise. So yeah, I definitely don't want to be close to that pin in any way, shape, or form. Okay, okay, okay. It made a little zzz noise, not a pop like it did the first time. Okay, we're unplugged. I still don't know if it's standing up like as much as I thought it would. Interesting. I don't know. I kind of want to, here, I want to get it closer, so I'm going to pull the pin a little bit further away by adding more glue. I'm just going to have these weird glue trails. Okay, I'm unplugged. Okay. Make these weird glue trails. It's going to look like snail trails all over my project. I can actually probably wipe them down after I'm done with this. Okay, I'm going to put the pin further away. I told you, I'm not very coordinated. Okay. All right, so now the pin is even further away, and I'm going to plug it back in and just add a little bit more static to hopefully get it standing up a little bit more. Okay, I don't think that has anything to do with the pin. I don't know what that noise is. It's doing like this, like, sound. Oh, use the gator clip. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Pin pulled out. That's okay. All right. It is grassy a bit. I'm already making a huge mess, but let me see if I can show you. How can I show you? There we go. Can you see it? It looks like it has lines in it, and I think that's because of the glue. I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing this very well. I don't know if I'm being successful at this. But a lot of it it'll look different when the glue dries because you won't be seeing the white color of the glue. You can hear the noise it's making. I wonder if it has anything to do with the electronics in here, if that's what's making the noise. But I don't know. I wonder if it also has to do with like the fibers like moving back and forth. I'm not sure. What do y'all think? Pounce the brush so that there aren't lines. Oh, that's a good idea. Water the glue down. I could try that. The most beautiful dead grass I've ever seen. Okay, we'll water the glue down a little bit. Got some water here. So that's probably, I don't know, about 1/5 water. So 4/5 glue, 1/5 water. Let me shake that up. You just see yellow, yeah. You can discharge it without getting sparks by getting a resistor, and you can touch the net with the resistor and just clamp the other end to the gator clip. Wow, I don't understand any of that. I will have to copy that and send that to Mr. Technology, and maybe he'll understand that. I'm sure it sounds good, but I don't understand it in order to do it. Okay. Not me greeting Jen first in Bentley's chat. All right. Oh, it's making noise because the pin fell out? Maybe. All right. On to our third experiment with more watered down glue. And I'm actually just going to kind of get this glue off that I made the trail with, because I want to continue on the rocky path, so I don't have just a snail trail of glue here. Okay. All right. We're gonna work on. Y'all can't even see. It's part of the problem of working on a big thing like a base in a live stream, because it's hard to make sure everyone can see everything, including me. I am also a little chicken when it comes to electricity, but I'm hoping that I can get this, because I have a lot to do on the Beetlejuice house, and this will be a good first go around. Okay, yeah, that's unplugged. I just keep checking everything's okay. Everything's okay? Everyone's okay? Are y'all okay? I'm okay? We can continue on. Now we're gonna do this side. It's definitely a bit more watery, and I will try pouncing the brush a little bit as suggested to try and keep the lines out of it. I really just want it to go along the edge here. That might be too much glue. I need to read myself the book I used to read in class called Too Much Glue. I really don't know how much is too much glue for this. I just want to make sure that it conducts correctly. All right, so I'm just going to spread that out. Oh, I was going to pounce it. I immediately forgot what I was going to do different this time. That does help get rid of the lines. Okay. Sorry if I'm missing any questions or comments. As I always say, if I missed something and you really had a question about this process, or a question specifically for me, if I miss it during the live stream, you can always go back after the live stream is done and put it in the comments, and then I'll try to make sure and answer it there. Okay, so now I'm going to put my trail to the pin way over here. You go over there. Okay, Where is the pin? Did I lose the pin? Uh-oh. We have a loose metal pin somewhere. Oh, I found it. Usually I just pull out another pin, but I don't want loose metal just somewhere. A dot was never enough. Nope. Everyone's okay? Yep. Stormy is in her bed, which is fully insulated and far away. So she is good. Okay, I put the pin in a little bit further, so hopefully it won't come out this time. Over here, I don't know why that was so difficult to put the pin in, but it is in there now. There's just gonna be grass fibers everywhere, so that's fun. All right, so I'm gonna put that on here. Do I have enough? Maybe. We shall see. We're mainly telling you we are discussing Leah's cat. Oh, what happened to Leah's cat? Hope she's okay. Luke Townsend has a lot on Static Grass. Now every single sound is making me nervous. It's not even plugged in and I'm all nervous. Okay. Yes, Luke Townsend, pretty sure does a lot of terrain. So if you're looking to make some really good looking terrain, definitely suggest Luke Townsend, not Bentley House Minis. Bentley House Minis just makes it up as she goes. All right, the pin is in, the glue is down, the grass is in. Now I can plug it in. All right, so here we go. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Ooh, I think this one's going better. I think this is going a lot better. Still making weird sounds, but it's going better. I think it's just the static that's making sounds now. Okay. Okay. Unplug. Grass flies everywhere. Okay. We did it. Let's see. What breed is Stormy? She looks like Lhasa Apso? She is a Havanese. She's a little Havanese dog. Okay. Here we go. So I really don't know if you can really see much. Hold on. I'm going to get closer to the camera, but I have to walk around. So hold on one second. All right. Can you see it standing up? So, oh, all the grass is going everywhere. All the loose grass is going everywhere. Okay, so that's what we got at the moment. All right. Lay the pin down so it goes to the side of the glue. Okay, I will try that next time. The weird sound is probably from where you're shaking it and the spring is moving across the metal. Oh, that could be it too. I'm just nervous about every sound now. Every sound is making me nervous. Okay, I think we'll continue going down the path because I definitely want grass down here. All right, so I'm gonna leave the pin stuck in until I'm ready for it. I need to mix more grass first. All right. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more brown this time. Maybe. It looks like bacteria. I think Luke Townsend's name is just Luke Townsend. I could be wrong. Let me know. It looks good, thank you. I'm glad it looks good because I did it on my final project. And I hope I like it once everything dries. That'll be the key. I'll have to put a photo. I'll put a photo on Instagram, YouTube, and I'll also put a photo on the community page, so no matter where you follow me, you can see what the grass looks like once the glue dries, because I have a feeling it's not going to glide. Oh, Luke Towan. That's right. Luke Towan. Okay. You can also adjust the grass while the glue is still wet, so it's not sticking, so it's not all sticking straight up. Well, mine's kind of all over the place. It's kind of, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. I think this stuff is easier to just shake together than to try and mix. It doesn't like stir very well. It's easier to just shake it together. Okay, so it is shooken now. Is that the word? I think I'm gonna leave that trail of glue there, and I'm just gonna continue the trail of glue. I don't know why the camera quality seems so bad. Neatly blurry. I can't see any detail in the grass. Maybe I have bad internet connection today. Anyone else have a problem? So my camera is not the best for live streams. And that's because my internet provider can't handle a better camera. So our area was supposed to get fiber connection for internet at the end of 2022, and they still haven't completed it. But as soon as they do, I'm going to be getting a fiber connection so that I can stream with a better camera. But for now, I just have to kind of deal with the quality camera that I have, because otherwise the stream would just be really bumpy and it wouldn't be any fun for anybody. I promise. I'm excited to see the journey of your new grass applications. I imagine once you get the hang of it, you'll be a grassing machine. We should do a swap again soon. Definitely, I would love that. Bye, Jen. How's it going? Had to take a work call. They obviously didn't get the memo about this live stream. I'm sorry to hear that. I should have sent them a memo. Like, sorry, Liz can't work today. She's got a live stream to watch. Okay. So, I am going to stipple and slide the glue around. I'm okay with it getting a little bit on the side of the rocks. I don't want it all over my rocks, just a little bit. And I don't want to put it on the edge of my project, like the very side of it, because when I pick it up, I don't want to crush the grass. So I'm just kind of putting it up to the very edge. And I feel like if the glue ends up being too shiny, since it's just a very small layer of grass, I'm hoping that I can spray it with some matte spray to kind of matte down the glossiness of the glue. But we will see. We'll see what happens. This is an experiment. For now, you have to walk with a big project around the table. Yep, and that's okay. I am okay with that until we can get, and I used to have 2 cameras running, but my stream was just crashing, or the sound wasn't working, or I would just freeze all the time, and it was just too frustrating. And so that's why we are going with a little bit of a lower quality for now, so that we can at least see the process of the project. It's going well. Glue thinned out with water, and now it's better. Yeah, I think thinning it out with water did help. So thank you for the suggestion for that. All right, so we're going to put the clip on. It's not plugged in yet. Putting the clip on, and I'm gonna put in the grass. Whoop, that was a lot of grass. Okay. Close it back up. All right, and we will plug it in. All right, time to make the next application. Always just kind of think, make sure I did everything I was supposed to do. It's already popping. Okay, here we go. It's going well. It's making noises, but it's going well. I think it looks okay. I'm kind of excited about this. Trying to get all the grass on there. Okay. Unplug. All right. Whew. Oh, I forgot to move the pin, but we will try laying it down. If it's not laying down while the glue is still wet, you can try putting the pin closer and electrifying it again to stand it up, maybe? Does holding it closer to the grass make a difference in its stand-upness? Stand-upishness. There we go. I think it does, because when I first did this little patch at the back, which was looking kind of sad, I couldn't get close to it because it was making that popping noise the closer I got to the pin. But over here, I think it's standing up way better. And here, I'll show you. I'm going to come around with the project again so you can get the full view of the grass. So that is how it is looking. I do think stippling it with the brush is helping a lot. It's because you can still see the glue lines of that first one that I did where I used the brush to go back and forth, but stippling it really helps get rid of that. So I definitely suggest stippling it. I just realized I'm not near the microphone. In case you can't hear what I just said, stippling the glue really helped. So that was also a great suggestion. See, this is why it is a little better to do things for at least for me, for the first time with people who are very knowledgeable, like all of y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna put this here because I'm gonna try and get some of this excess grass off of the project. Where's my paper? There's kind of a lot just sitting on here. Pardon the bottom of my project here. Okay, that really didn't get much off. Here we go. All right, so that gives me a little bit more grass. And possibly a few leaves, because that other stuff kind of fell on the desktop. Okay. All right. Now, I'm thinking about going around the tree. Actually, I'm going to smush off this glue line at the side here real quick. I don't want to forget about it because it's not going to look very good afterwards. Hi everyone, don't know how long I'll be able to stay, but I'm here for now. Hello. Welcome to everyone who's just joining us. You've missed a shocking live stream. I have not been shocked, so that's good. But I have learned a lot about the Static Grass Applicator, and we're continuing forward, learning a lot together. It's about 2 a.m. in Australia, so I don't need to leave. Oh, well, thank you for joining, even though it's so late or early. Could you use matte multi-medium? Is that water-based? If it is, it wouldn't dry shiny and it doesn't get yellow with time. Oh, that's a good suggestion. Yeah, as long as it's water-based, because it said, the instructions said any water-based glue. So as long as it's water-based, it should definitely work. I'm hoping this doesn't dry shiny, but we shall see. We'll find out together. All right. So now I'm going to, this is going to be the tricky part because this tree sits above the area where I need to add the grass. So the metal pieces is up here. So I'm thinking, I'm just going to practice my motions here so I know what I'm doing. I can still get pretty well into the area. This is not metal, so that won't have a problem. So I do want to go around the tree. Yeah, I want to go around the tree. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue over the rest of this area that I want to cover, which, let me show you. It's quite a wide area. So it's going to be from here over to here, all of this area. I'm going to do half, and then I'm going to stop, unplug it, move the pin, and then do the other half. And then I won't have to do like the little trail off away. So I think that's what I'm going to try. Don't eat the tree. Nope. No, the tree is actually made of tree. It's a branch that I got out of my backyard, and then it's covered in, oh, is there aluminum foil inside? That is a good question. I don't know. There might be aluminum foil inside this tree because I sculpted it. And sometimes I use aluminum foil to like bulk out things so I don't use as much clay. I don't know. What is happening? My hair is like standing on end. No one was going to tell me? Okay. Yeah, if there's foil inside of the tree, that might make sense as to why we might be getting some pops. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. You think yes? If anyone has an extra second and can go back to the tree house, it's on the Fairfield playlist, and just see if I put foil in this build, I would love to know. Because, oops, that's a good thing to know. I don't think it'll stop the process, but it's a good thing to know. Okay, so we will continue with the gluing. See if anyone checks. The tree, the base of these part of the tree is real tree. Thanks, Rachel. Yes, foil in the tree and the ground, I believe. Oh, there is foil in the ground too. Man, that makes a lot of sense now. There is foil. There's literally metal all over this project. Great. Great job, Abra. Oops. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be all right. So far, we're doing okay. I just won't touch anything. I may not even need to have the wet glue or the water-based glue because everything is so covered in metal. So, there you go. Oh my gosh. Thank y'all for reminding me because I apparently can't remember what I make things out of anymore. But, you know, it's good to know. Yeah, I'll just make sure I don't touch it while I haven't been touching it while the glue has been going on, so. Oopsie poopsie, you know, as they say. That would make sense on why I keep hearing these little clicks and sounds, because it's having a little reaction with the metal that's in the base that I put there and forgot. Yikes. Okay. Good to know. Another thing you can use is you can use like packing paper. You just have to like really stick it down with hot glue or put clay over it. But I really like using foil the most. So I think I'll probably still be using foil. I'll just make sure that my hand, nothing else is touching the project while we're using the Static Grass Applicator. Oh, goodness, my memory. You would think the clay insulating the foil, maybe. There's definitely foil on the tree, aka the whole half of the tree. Okay, good to know. Okay, so you've seen in videos where the foil's been covered with clay and there's no issues. Aha! Okay. Good to know. Okay. Alrighty. We're learning. It's always fun learning new things about yourself and your own ability to be forgetful. Alright, so we're gonna go around. It's not deterring me. We shall continue on with the grass. And we'll just be extra, extra careful so that the foil doesn't cause any problems. Okay, I'm no, you can't see, but I'm trying to get a little bit of glue between the rock and the tree. That rhymed. And then I'm going all the way over here. It's going to disrupt a little bit of the glue I already laid down, or the grass that I already laid down, but that's okay because I'm going to add more grass. So I think it'll be all right. All right, stippling all around. Trying not to make a perfect circle, kind of a erratic shape in there. I'm not even sure if I can get grass because now I can't touch the base. I can't like, oh, I can maybe put it up on the paper towel roll. That might be a good idea. Okay, put this down so I don't get glue everywhere. Paper towel roll does not have any metal in it, so now it's kind of at an angle. Just make sure it doesn't fall off the table. That would be bad. As long as you don't stick the pin in metal, you should be okay. Okay. Find the pin. All right. So now I'm going to make effort to only stick the pin kind of at its side, and it should only be stuck in clay. So it's on an angle. It's not straight up and down. It's only stuck in clay because I have a pretty thick layer of clay. I'm going to clip it, and I'm going to work on this side first, away from the pin. Y'all are too funny. A lot of crafters put tights, not sure the name in the US, over the vacuum nozzle to collect up spare grass. They also have a run vacuum over the project once it's dry to collect non-stuck fibers. Okay, I will do that. I don't know if I have any tights. I haven't had any of those since the 90s, maybe? We'll see. Okay. All right, here we go. Got the glue on. The pin is stuck in. Now I'm plugging it in. And I'm not going to be scared of the noises that are made. I hope. The wires are just all in the way. Now I'm a little nervous to get too close. I think it's going okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna unplug it. grass pops up everywhere. Oh, okay. And the pin came out because it was so lightly stuck in, but that's okay. Because we are moving sections, which means I'm going to put the pin in over here. And it's unplugged, so that's why I'm feeling okay about touching the pin. All right. Do I have enough grass? Nope. I need more grass. Get some knee-high ones from the dollar store. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Or cheesecloth. I might have some cheesecloth. This is pretty fine though. It might go through cheesecloth. I don't know. All right. Okay, plugging it back in. Just checking my work area. All right, here we go. Yeah, that aluminum foil tree is making a lot of noise. I'm getting so nervous around the tree. So maybe it wasn't the pin that caused the pop earlier. Maybe it was the base. Yep, I'm having a really hard time getting around this tree. Okay, I need to unplug, and I'm gonna move the whole thing so I can actually get to the other portion. I made my life a lot more complicated by putting this tree in here. Yeah, I think I can reach that a lot better. So let me put the pin back in. We have a little bit of grass left before I have to mix some more. Might be better to hold the pin and touch it to the glue rather than sticking into the base. I just feel like I'm not coordinated enough to do that. That's a me thing. I just don't think I'm coordinated enough to think through that process and also make a good layer of grass. So there's grass in the connection. That's not good. Okay. Here we go for this part. That was hard to get to before. Yeah, it really wants to buzz. Can y'all hear it? Okay, and the thing fell out. Okay. It does not want to get that area. That area is not meant to have grass. You would think I'd be able to get over there. Someone said earlier the sound is from the applicator. I really think it's from the foil inside the base. We're unplugged, okay. All right, there's grass over there, but it is not standing up. So I'm gonna try my best to do this one more time, and it might make some noise because I have to get kind of close. But it is not standing up. There's something going on over there. So we are going to let it be. There is a little bit too much popping for me. A little bit too much. Welcome, Dorothy. Yes, I hope we can cheer you up a bit. For your Beetlejuice project, you might want to keep track of any foil or metal type material you are using. When you go to do the grass part, you will know. Yeah, I will. Well, and another nice thing will be is that I won't be putting like any trees. It's just going to be like a flat grass surface. So now that I've experienced this where I'm having to constantly work around something stuck in the middle. The only thing that might cause a problem is the pillars, but the base of the house lifts off of it. So I can kind of think through that process now that I've done this, so that I can be like, okay, the process will be easier if you do this. Let's see. Make a miniature newspaper, crumble, age, and stick to bases and naturalistic debris blown by the wind. Oh yeah, we will definitely put a lot more in this front yard, I'm hoping. It's an ancient burial ground, that's why it's not standing up. Mostly dirt around the tree, yes. Yeah, I'm glad I'm okay with some dirt around the tree and some dirt in some other areas because, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to get this under that tree without there being, like, some issues. All right, so I'll show you again the mess I've made around the tree, but that way you can see up close. It's always hard to angle this while I'm trying to show you. So I went a little bit around that rock, and once the ladder is down, it hangs down right above that rock. So, but that's how it's looking. The top is starting to dry a little bit, but I'm liking it. Okay. So, we'll do a little bit more on the side, and then that might be a wrap. We'll see. We could also put down a bit of the moss, because that can kind of dry while the grass is drying. So I'm thinking about, oh, there's just stuff everywhere. Okay, I'm thinking about adding some grass along here, maybe just like right here, and then that kind of being the last patch of grass. Because if you can see where all around the back, the house goes right up to here, and so this is going to be an area where I'm mostly like picking up the base, and so I don't want to be feeling like I'm crunching the grass constantly. So this is probably mostly going to be moss and other stuff that'll kind of gather around the base of the house, and I won't be putting too much grass over here, but I think we can add a little bit more grass here, and that might be the grass total. That might be the grass area. Are y'all making tree jokes? It's looking tremendous. You need a miniature grass wand. It is really fun to like see it stand up and these little particles become like a bunch of grass. It's cute. I'm liking it. But I want to add more. I want to add dead vines and some moss and stuff. All the things that just kind of grow up and get everywhere over the years. Oh, someone has decided to grace us with her presence. She is here. Hello. Beer cans needed in my old house. People would stuff in the bushes. Well, especially at, yeah, like if someone thought a house was abandoned, usually people come and just like hang out, and no, you can't have that. You can't have anything on here. Maybe if the grass is laying down, put an abandoned picnic blanket, rotten foods, and some bones. That's a great idea. That's a really good idea to like, if it's just like the grass is not looking great, make a reason. Okay, you can't stay the whole time though. Yeah. She looked insulted. She looked insulted. keep off the grass sign. All right, so let's mix our last little batch of grass to do the side. This still is not dry. I definitely put way too much glue on that first test. Way too much glue. So the watered down glue is working well. The only thing that I saw that kind of may not have worked well is that it started separating after it had laid there for a little bit. And I don't know if that's the type of glue or if that's because of the water content. But there might be some areas that it just kind of started pulling to where there weren't as much glue in certain areas. So we'll see. We'll see how it dries and what it looks like once I vacuum it all up. Treats for Stormy. We got her some new treats. They were all fancy. They were from a fancy dog store. And she is not interested. I will put it in her bowl. Because she broke it in half. I put it in her bowl. And she keeps coming in here and putting it on the floor in my studio. So then I'll step on it. And then there'll be crumbs everywhere. So then I'll take the other half that I didn't step on and put it in her bowl. And then she brings it back in here. And it's like a game of how many times can I step on Stormy's treat that she doesn't want to eat. So I guess we'll find another dog for those. Okay. Glue. Where is the pin? Pin, where have you gone? The pin is still in the thingy. Okay. Let me get reset. Re-clear my area to make sure I'm on track for safety. She's giving me a hint. She's like, I don't want this treat, so I'm going to put it on the floor so you can see this disservice you have done for me by getting me this gross treat. Is that right? Was that the message? I think that was the message. Oh. Stormy's giving you back your treat. My dog is super picky about treats too. My mom's dogs will eat anything. They usually get the ones she won't eat. Yeah, we have quite a few picky dogs in our family, so we'll have to pass them around. Be like, will your dogs eat this? Will your dogs eat this? It's just too fancy. All right, so I'm gonna add glue around here. We're gonna do our last little patch of grass before we add some vines and weeds and things. But I think this has been a good experiment. And I appreciate all of your suggestions and just ideas to help things go smoother. I'm going to attach this to this little patch that's still not dry. That one is never going to dry. Never, ever, ever, ever. That's how I feel about my projects sometimes. I'm not sure if I'm more relieved when you unplug it or you are. Yeah, I get very, I knew that I was going to have to unplug it. It says once you let go of the button that there's no more static charge, but I don't know about that. So I'm just going to unplug it. And then I know for sure there's not going to be any charge that I'm dealing with once it's unplugged. So that's my solution. Just unplug it completely. All right, so we've got the glue in place and we've got it mixed. We need the pin. Pin is still in the holder thing. Put the pin in the wet glue. I'm gonna put it in the clay sideways, so hopefully we're not touching any aluminum foil. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on here. We're hooked in, but we're not plugged in. Better safe than sorry. Exactly. Exactly. All right, so put this last bit of grass in here. I don't know if that'll be enough or not. We'll see. All right. Thank y'all for sticking with me, although I did see it freeze for a second. Thank y'all for sticking with me through this. I'm glad I haven't shorted anything out. That's a good thing. I didn't know how this was going to go. All right. One last section of grass. I'm not as scared of the noises anymore. It does take a little bit to just kind of get used to it. There must be a big thing of foil right there. You know, if I had remembered that I had used foil in this project, I may not be doing this. To be honest, I would have been too scared to do it. So I don't know, is it a good thing I forgot? Maybe. All right, I think that's our last bit of grass. Unplug. Unhook. And we have grass. We have officially grassed. Woo! And I am going to be officially vacuuming. Do YouTube creators benefit from super chat comments? I can't super chat from a mobile phone, but will next time if it helps. Yes, YouTube does take a percentage, but the creator gets a majority of that percentage. Just kind of like the same way that ads work. If you watch an ad on my video, I get a percentage from the income from that company running that ad, and YouTube keeps a percentage. So anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of show you this last little bit of grass on the side. Getting my steps in today, walking over to show you the grass. So there's my little, this is the patch we first did that is still very, very not dry. So there you go. And now we can play with some vines and see how that'll work. Because I do want it to look really built up underneath the rock. Now, my thought process here is I don't want to crush the grass. So I'm hoping it's dry enough, at least around the rocks, to where I can add a few things and not feel like I'm just totally ruining everything I just did. Like, I don't think I'd add anything over here because this is still very wet and this is still very wet. Let me remove this glue trail here. I'll have to catch the replay at the doctor. My earbuds died. Oh, I hope you have a good doctor's visit. It's looking good. Thank you. If you add some green, you should add some green so it's not all brown. I also have like this stuff. This is like the Woodland Scenics stuff, and I have used, hold on. I have used these two bottles for, how long have I been doing this for? Since I started doing this, which has been a rather long time. So if you do get these things, they can be expensive. Like this one, bought probably 10 years ago, was $10.99. So they can be like $16, $18 now, I think. I don't know. But it has lasted me so long, especially doing miniature projects. So I know these are expensive, but they last forever. And then I also have like little gravelly bits that can be used. This one was $12.99 whenever it was purchased, but again, I have been using this for years. So it just depends on if you think it would be good for several projects. Because I don't know if I'd buy it for just one project if you know that's all you're ever going to use. But if you know you're going to be doing like different things that you want moss and stuff for, they're kind of a good investment because they last a long time. Well, thank you for the super chat, Diane. Love Bentley house miniatures. Thank you. How does the Patreon work? Does the creator get a % or all that? Yeah, it kind of works the same way. I get a percentage of the Patreon income, and then Patreon gets a smaller % of that. But for my Patreon page, I only charge $2 for a month subscription. So I try to keep it low, but still it's a good part of my income for the month. And so I really appreciate everyone over there. Thank you, patrons. Because it helps, you know, when the YouTube views are just all over the place and you don't really know if a video is going to do well or not. I know that my Patreon helps me each month. And that's kind of the idea behind Patreon, is it's more of a consistent income for YouTube creators. Okay, so let's look at this stuff. Because this is the stuff I'm thinking is going to look really cool. It's called Dry Vines Dead Foliage, and it's by JTT Scenery Products. So this is another thing that I purchased for a project and has just lasted for a very long time. And does it have the original? It was $5.99 for, let me show you a closer view of what it looks like. So it has these really fine vines and like leaves. So it's like, it's really good for smaller scales. All right. I know we are running low on time because my stomach is starting to growl. So I, what was I gonna say? We'll probably do a few vines and then we'll wrap it up, so you don't have to listen to my stomach. But if you hear it, then you'll know why. Oh, sorry. Thankful for your channel and you're talented and inspiring. Thank you for helping me through mental health struggles. Thank you. I'm so glad my videos could help. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad everyone's here. We have such a beautiful community. It makes me like really happy. So I appreciate you all being here and being a part of Bentley House Minis, a part of like the miniature community. Like I feel like not just my channel, but other miniature channels, like people are just overwhelmingly positive. And usually if you see someone coming onto a channel that's just like being a troll, I guess I would say, usually they've never been there before and they don't know the vibe. The vibe is everyone's welcome and come and be creative and enjoy the space and share ideas and share techniques and just, you know, it's kind of a little bit of escapism out of the real world and just, you know, a happy place. So I really enjoy it. Okay, so I just pulled apart a bunch of this vine stuff and I think I'm going to stick it kind of under the rocks. I'm going to use some of this same glue. Hope I don't make a big mess. It's going to be hard for you to see, but I will, I'll show you a close-up again. But I think having some of it, like, you know how, like in a real yard, a lot of the leafy debris will just kind of gather around stones, or it gathers around like corners and things like that. So that's what I'm going for. Let's see. I use tan dried baby's breath as bushes. Oh, that's a good idea. I like to connect your projects. The treehouse would be your airship captains when they were growing up, thinking about living and flying through space. Oh, I love that. Especially since there's like that little skylight. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna put glue. My glue's gone on vacation. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna put glue on the ends and just kind of tuck it in under this rock. Kind of see how that looks. I also had someone suggest to put a mailbox, so I want to make like a mailbox that's kind of like hanging off to the side. You know, a mailbox that looks like it's been hit with a baseball bat one too many times. And I think it'd be fun to maybe put a few signs, and I also think it'd be cool to put like a tire or something, like a tire swing used to hang from here, but it's kind of fallen down. And then someone suggested some old newspapers. I think that would be great too. Aww. What is the last project on the blackboard behind you? That is the 95 prompts. This is the blackboard being referenced. 95 prompts. I started a prompt book, and I started it at the beginning of my channel, and it was really more like for those weeks that I just really didn't have an idea of what I wanted to make. And so I was like, oh, I can just open up the prompt book and I can make something off of the prompt. But now I have the problem that I have so many things that I need to make and so many projects that are constantly going that the prompt book kind of gets pushed to the side because I want to get the captain's quarters done this year for, I guess I can announce it, I don't know. But the museum has officially told me that they do want to show the captain's quarters project when I go pick up the Addams Family project. So I'm super excited about that, but that means I need to get it done. So then, you know, the prompts just kind of get pushed to the side. Where did I put the vines? They get pushed to the side, which I feel bad about because a lot of people really love the prompts and a lot of people participated in the prompts. And I'm hoping once I get the captain's quarters done, I can take a little bit of a breather and not add a new project right away. Maybe get a prompt in. I have a couple collab commitments that I'm going to be doing, and then I can start a new project after I finish up some of the to-do list. And then of course I want to make some good headway on the Beetlejuice project as well. So anyway, so it kind of started as like a really helpful thing at the beginning of the channel, and I still really love those videos, but it's kind of unfortunately got pushed to the side a little bit. Yeah, yay for the museum. It's really exciting. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm excited to make a video of picking up the Addams Family house and dropping off the captain's quarters. It's going to be a bit of a shuffle, but I think it'll be a really fun one. Okay, I am going to show you what these vines are looking like, and I don't think I'm going to do too much more on them just because you can't really see what I'm doing anyway, and I am really getting kind of hungry, and I'm sure some of y'all are getting hungry too. So let me show you what these vines are looking like. I haven't even really seen it from the front, but kind of give you an idea of what I'm thinking of. So I will be right there. Hold on 1 second. All right. So let's see. You can see under that third stepping stone down, there's quite a few little vines sticking out of the side of the stones. So that's my thought process of adding the vines. Just kind of here and there, like they're little brambles that have built up underneath. So, all right, one last walk around the table. Oh, I'm okay. Okay. I just knocked over a hammer, it's fine. It'll be okay. Okay. All right. I started watching your videos on a regular basis with the Beetlejuice house. I liked the video of your Addams Family house at the Dollhouse Museum. Yay, Yay, I'm so glad you liked it. Yeah, I really enjoy making those videos, just kind of like a behind the scenes look of like installation. All right, so that is it for today. We tested out the Static Grass Applicator. That was really fun. It was exciting. It was electrifying. As I said, I will let this all dry, and then I will put some photos on Instagram, Facebook, and then also the community tab. So anyone who wants to kind of see what it looked like once it dried, you'll be able to see it there. I'm also going to vacuum all of the stray pieces up so you can actually see. Even if it's patchy and doesn't look good, I want to show you what it actually looks like, because even at this moment, I don't really know how it's going to turn out because I'm still seeing all of the white color of the PVA glue. So I will be doing that. I will add a few more vines. I might make another short. I did a short where I was finishing up painting this base, and so I might do that. Just do like a little short reel. Like every single platform has like short form videos now where I just show like stuffing vines in different places and how I add things. But it's been kind of a good way to finish up a live stream because I can show you like this is what's taking me forever to do, and then the short form video I can be like, and here's me finishing it up. Ta-da! You know. So, all right, thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for the suggestions. Many of you had like amazing suggestions that really helped kind of walk me through this, and you helped me feel brave and not be too scared to do this on my own. So, I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will talk to you later. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you, Rachel, for helping moderate. So I hope I will see you all soon. And awkward goodbye, because I never know how to end it. So awkward goodbye, everybody. I'll see you later in the next one. Have a good rest of your day or night. Goodbye.